Okay, hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Steph, I'm the secret slob, and I am into my zone cleaning journey. It is day, well, technically 2, but this is the 3rd zone cleaning video. So I'm on zone 1, it's week 1 of the month, and so I'm in zone 1, which is entranceway, porch, and dining room. And so yesterday I did 15 minutes of just furiously cleaning in my entranceway and my mudroom, which is my second entranceway. And so I'm just gonna pick up exactly where I left off and carry on with that. I just took my kids swimming and now they're asleep, so nap time equals zone cleaning time. I do my morning routine in the morning, my evening routine in the evening, decluttering wherever I can, usually in the morning, and I'm gonna do my zone cleaning, my 15 minutes, that's it, in the afternoon when my kids are sleeping. I figure that's the best time. I can have my vacuum out and all my stuff, and yeah. So 15 minutes, I'm gonna carry on exactly where I left off in my mudroom, and I'll show you my checklist and where I get to today. So yesterday I was running out of time just as I started mopping, so I made sure to get done the areas underneath that rug and that large kind of storage rack thing. And so today when I started, I just picked up right where I left off, mopping the floor in the mudroom. So it didn't take me too long because I didn't have to move too many things. There was a little bit of extra dirt, and whenever I find really crusty kind of mud buildups, I just put my foot on the mop and then I push down a little bit harder, and that usually gets rid of some of it. I always try to avoid going down on my hands and knees if at all possible. Oh, there I'm doing it. But I will do that if I have to, or I'll get like a scrubby or, you know, do the old fingernails scraping trick. Once I was finished, I just moved a couple coats that didn't need to be there, put them in the front closet, and then I'm moving on to my dining room. So same thing as the entrance and the mudroom, we start at the top of the ceiling. So the first thing on the list is ceiling cobwebs. So I had a quick look around and there weren't any cobwebs and the ceiling looked pretty good. So I'm just gonna start with my dusting. Every week on Monday, I do a weekly home blessing hour, which is 1 hour, kind of a big swoop through your house of trying to just get as much done of the main areas as possible. So when I dust here today, I'm just being a little bit more extensive about where I go. Oh, there's a painting I did. So I'm dusting the tops of the picture frames, the tops of all my knickknacks. So basically I'm just getting everything dusted a little bit more extensively than I would during the 1 hour weekly home blessing hour. You know, I always hit these surfaces, but never in this much detail. So zone cleaning is the time to do that. Next, I'm moving on to my windowsills, and this is an area that had not been cleaned since we moved in last January, so you might be able to tell, but there was a lot of construction dust, like drywall dust, coming off the tops of those windowsills. Super gross, but hey, at least I'm getting it done now. So I'm just working on getting my windowsills done. There was a bit of grime on the doors because my kids play in this area a lot, especially when they come in from the outside. We have a deck back off of our dining room. So I'm just cleaning all their greasy little fingerprints off of my windows and doors. Next on my list was cleaning windows. So one little trick I have is that I actually just use newspaper to clean my windows. It's super cheap, it's good for the environment, and you can still recycle the newspaper after because I just use water and vinegar, my same old water vinegar spray I use for everything else, to clean my windows with. Some of the windows were a little bit crustier because of my kids and their greasy little fingers, so I did get my rag out, give them a good scrub, and then wipe it down with the newspaper. But the windows looked fantastic, and I know you've probably seen it before. When you actually go to clean your windows, you've never realized how dirty they were and how much light will come through after. So it was kind of awesome to do this and get that task done, especially because it's spring now and you know, I want the light to come in for the summer. If you haven't seen my video about making my own cleaners, I have a little video where I show how I make my water vinegar mix. It's super simple. It's just water and vinegar mixed together. And I also make a couple hand soaps. So check that out. So you can just see I'm finishing up my windows, getting that top one that really hadn't been done. I don't know if ever. And as I run out of time, I start really picking up the pace and looking at the clock, and I'm gonna finish up this one last window, even though I probably will run out of time in this last 10 seconds. You know, just finish this one last window and then that's done. That's all I've got time for today, so I'm gonna stop. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was working hard there. I don't know if you noticed, but I was busting my butt. So here's my list. I got the rest of my mudroom done and mopped, which was awesome. Got some coats out of there and started in the dining room. So it was really hard for me to stop because I was on a roll and I was like, oh, I'll just finish it today. But no, I really want to get into the habit of doing it for 15 minutes every day, because 15 minutes once a day is like nothing. That's like, half a television show. But letting it go for months and years and then having to do it all at once, it's not going to take 15 minutes. It's going to take hours and days. So 15 minutes a day, I'm really trying to get into that habit. So I stopped at the 15-minute mark and checked off what I had done and called it good. And I actually, and I got quite a bit done. And I cleaned some things that have never been cleaned before. I'm not done my list yet, but that's okay. It's a little bit by a little bit. And the whole point is to embrace the fact that I got something done and didn't just go overboard and burn out and try and do it all in once. So now I'm going to go and sit and read my book because I'm tired and my kids are napping. And this is my one kind of quiet me time I get every day. So that's what I'm going to do, but I'm pretty pleased with myself with what I got done. So I hope you are still working on zone 1. Don't worry about if you didn't get as far as me. We will get it done. And maybe this list won't even get done this week. Next month, we'll just pick up where we left off. And hey, a lot of stuff is getting cleaned that wasn't ever getting cleaned anyway. So go us. Yay. Have a wonderful day. I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye. Oh, that's from the newspaper. I'll go wash my hands.